chat about women in music. It's a really big deal to me. I have this thing, it's called the Girl Showcase, where every few months I showcase different artists who are women in my area and around my area in music. They can be rappers or in blues and or country and pop and rock like myself, and just a whole bunch of other different categories and genres of music. And I really love the fact that I get to do this, and I do it with a few friends of mine. I do it with a lady named Brienne Day and Christy Allen from Christy Allen Music, and we're a part of Three Vision Publishing, us three women, and we bring other people on into that publishing deal. And yeah, we're on the lookout for different people. Like one of the most brilliant people that I've had come on was a young woman named Anna Clark, and she's playing left, right, and center right now, and it is the coolest thing. I am so
Whoa.
like every time I pull up Facebook, she's like, "Yeah, I'm playing here, and I'm playing here, and I'm playing here," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
So,
I love
Women in Music, Emily
it."
Perkins is here
That's
with us. Emily Perkins, y'all check that out. She's now Emily Perkins. It's Emily Glazener if you're going to look up the music. And
mhm.
Women in Music is going to be brought into Two Step Tribe, into our program to showcase women in music with Emily Perkins. We can't do it without Emily and the work that Emily's doing out there. And so, Emily, I love that you're showcasing the women in music. I love that we're going to start featuring them also so that we can feature their music and get it on the radio. So we are live right now on radio, a broadcast, and we're bringing this to you live so that we can get it out and start showcasing more of our beautiful women who are in music, who are doing so many things. I happen to know that Emily is close by me in proximity. And Emily, we have an event coming up, Two Step Tribe does, for the Sergeant Two Step Foundation concert that is going on. So we'll be in touch with you on the back channels. But Women in Music, I mean, come on, it doesn't get better than that. I love this. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing the showcase since January, but I've been scouting other women in music for quite a while. The way I met one of my really good friends, I was in Brienne Day. We saw her perform, and she and I became fast friends. And she's now part of the publishing company. She does the showcase with me, and but I was sitting with another artist. Her name was Rachel Walker, and her voice. I tell everybody this. Rachel's voice sounds like Carrie Gold spread on black velvet. I mean, it's just like you're like, okay, I can't do that. Like I can sing and I can sing anything, but I can't do that. Her voice is just
Yeah.
stunningly beautiful. And I've always noticed that it is, as a woman, it is really hard in music a lot of times. And I'm not putting down anybody else, but there are times it is really, really hard to get in there. And I tell women when I meet them, I know you're doing this. If you're singing one genre, I always tell them, bring in, next time you come in to do a gig, bring at least 3 or 4 other songs that you wouldn't normally do of other genres. You're going to learn more chords. You're going to learn more things to do with your voice, and you are not
Yeah.
going to pigeonhole yourself. Because truth is, people say, hey, what do you play? And I say, I play a little bit of everything. But that's
Yeah.
really absolutely true. I mean,
Yeah.
I did jazz band when I was in college, so I can sippity bop 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 if I want to. I can sing blues or I can sing spiritual music. It's just, I tell people like that. But I've been doing it the showcase since January, but I've been toting women in music for a very long time. I am connected with a wonderful producer in England, Caitlin Gray, and you actually have this great song. We redid Gold Dust Woman, and to be able to do that song, such a powerful song with such
Yeah.
another powerful woman. And this is the woman who sings backup in a lot of my music that's out there.
Oh,
So yeah,
wow.
it's been a big deal. This raise up women. I wrote a song, Spotlight. It should be out in August, and it is all about being the tribe of women that raises and pushes up other women. There's
Yes.
no more pushing down so I can stand tall. It is
Mhm.
raise up and we'll all stand tall together.
Yes, I love that. I really do. And so, if we're looking for you in your music now, your last name's changed. So, your
Mhm.
music that was out is under Glazener, right?
It's under Glazener, but we're taking it down to put it all back up in a
Okay.
different way. I'm very I was married for a while, and unfortunately, my children's father passed away. And years went by, and I met the most wonderful man. And I love the idea of taking his name in every way. And I,
Aw,
as you guys know, we sing together as well. So it
yes.
works out. It works out pretty well.
I can't wait to do a feature. I can't lie. I know we're doing Women in Music tonight, but I cannot wait to do a feature with Perkins too. So
Oh
Perkins
yeah,
too, the
yeah,
new
yeah.
duo. Y'all
We
better
just
stay
got our banner
tuned.
done and everything. So yeah, and I am very blessed to have a man in my life who understands that I want to lift up other women.
Well,
I know
good.
I'm a strong woman. I know I can stand on my own. I can do all these things, and I want to teach other women to do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very important actually. So it's not, not just the music, but it's also about lifting up others that
Hmm.
along the way you may have already stumbled in an area that they're just hitting. You never know where you're at. But if we have all the hours to get radio, yes, we need to do a Women in Music series to definitely get the radio time coverage for the Women in Music feature. So we'll be doing that with Emily Perkins herself. And then Emily, your concept, are you thinking like you'll grab one of the different artists and come in and you'll introduce them and we'll play their music literally on the radio?
I love that. I have a lot of women that I'm in contact with. But like I'm saying,
Okay.
even this Sunday, I'm doing a showcase. It's
Okay.
also like my birthday on Monday, so we're throwing it in. You know, and we're having these amazing women come out, and I picked the women that I wanted to do the showcase with because, again, it will be it will be my birthday show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've talked with a few women already. I was like, and they're gung ho. They really want to do it, and I wanted pick women from all genres, and I want to pick their brain, and I want to know, hey, what is it that made you go, yeah, I'm going to do this thing that's a really hard thing, because music's hard, but being a woman in music, I think there's a little more edge to that because it's not an easy thing.
I agree with you, Emily. And so what I did is I grabbed some of the ones that someone might recognize that we already had in here for you. And it would have been our, you know them, Lost, Fire, Circle, Au revoir. And if you had
Yeah.
to choose one of yours that people are like, that one, like which one out of yours are they like, I want to hear that, Emily. Like I want to hear that song, even if it's not yours. Usually, someone that's heard your music, you're like, okay, they want to hear. This is the song that gets them all excited by from Emily
Fire for sure. My song,
Fire.
the
Yes.
fire, and circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? Well, let's grab it. Let's grab one so they can see. We've got Women in Music right here through Emily Perkins. You need to stay tuned to Two Step Tribe. That's the number two. Don't try to spell that. twosteptribe.com you can find, or just Two Step Tribe on YouTube is a very smart way to go find us. And especially if you're tuning in through radio or our network, we are a multi-genre networking company where we can broadcast, podcast, and be on the radio all at the same time for you. Bring you the best music and feature stories as well. So we have multi genres of our music along with our truth tellers. But this is all about women in music. And I would like for you to hear Fire by Emily, who is Emily Perkins. If you notice that name, here it is.
Walk around my feet so light, and through the red glow catch your eye. heart of this fool. Can I be alone with you? I've been on the core, my soul stripped out. My hands are empty, I'm a face in the crowd. I'm running away, I'm running back. What may come, what the future holds, I'll never head back to the old. I won't cry, but you bet I will lie, 'cause I won't lose. I hold out. The tip of your hat, your voice so sly. Slowly this ember begins to light. The sky always raged, the colors of gold, smoldering, waiting, wanting to hold. You're reaching out and I letting go. What may come, what the future holds, I'll never head back to the old. I won't cry, you bet I will lie, 'cause I won't lose. What may come, what the future holds, I'll never head back to the old. I won't cry, but you bet I will lie, 'cause I won't lose. 'Cause I won't lose. 'Cause I hold out. 'Cause I hold out. 'Cause I hold out. Baby, I hold out.
Yeah, that is fire with Emily Perkins here tonight with you with Women in Music. We will be bringing you a show showcasing different individuals that Emily is working with two-step tribes, so that we have women in music, and you have some wonderful music coming to you live by the tribe. That's two-step tribe here tonight, and I'm being asked for Circle. So Emily Perkins, you can find her very easily on Instagram. Is a very quick way to find it. And I did just put out one of yours, and we have a full playlist running at the station as well. So here on the radio, we thank you to our partners at the radio station. I'm being asked for a Circle, Emily. You've got people out there that know your music very well, because you have a beautiful, like, your ability, your voice, the range, and everything that's there, and writing ability too. That's important. Emily, I have a question.
Yes.
We just had this come up. I am all about collaboration. I am all about getting with others and the energy and the songs and collaboration of, tying that song together, and there it is in a package, and it's like we've made this together. Have you collabed a lot in songwriting?
I haven't. The only time I ever did a collab was actually just when I was writing with Red Iris. And so we would start off with, that was a rock band that I was in, a really great rock band. You can still find our music under Red Iris Music. It's the one that's, the R's are backwards. That wasn't my idea. But the R's are backwards. You'll see it and you'll be like, yeah, okay. We would start off with the music going. And then I would come in with lyrics. And sometimes, like when we first started off, one of the guitarists and keyboard player, his wife had written with him, and they had ideas, and then I would take them and go boom, 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 and I'd move them to different places. And that was the only time I'd really, really collaborated with somebody when it came to songwriting, and I enjoyed it, especially working with the guitarist Zeke Hernandez, because a lot of times we come up with a lot of the riffs and chords and things. And then while we were in studio, as in being like the music room, at one of the bandmates' homes, I would come up with the lyrics, and I always bring up the song Moonlight. Moonlight is a beautiful song. It's one of the first songs I wrote about true loss on my side and my children's side. And there's this riff, and when you start Moonlight, you'll hear that riff. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful, and I can just now I could feel what I felt and see what I saw, and I just saw the microphone, and I walked over and I sang the few lines, and those few lines turned into the song Moonlight, and that was such a great moment. Or there was the song Stay, and when I heard what he was doing and was like, okay, I know this is just the same chords, but I've got this. I can write a really beautiful lyric about staying together as couples. Even though I wasn't writing about my life, I was writing about somebody else's lives, all these people that I knew, and that beautiful staying together, even when it's hard kind of thing. That there's times that they'll say, well, what's it about this word? What do you think about that word? What do you think about this? And I like being able to bounce things off. And but unfortunately, when COVID happened, a lot of things shut down, and we stopped being able to write together. We still have this really great music that's sitting out there that we just haven't gone back to in a while because everybody else is doing something. I did love that. I really loved it. I've had quite a few people ask me to write with them, and I would absolutely do that. Because I enjoyed it, but it isn't something I've done often.
Okay. We're definitely looking at songwriting clinics. America's Music Awards is part of Sergeant Two Step Foundation. So America's Music Awards is being brought in, and here it is, America's Music Awards, where music gives back. And that is part of us at the Sergeant Two Step Foundation. And that's multi-genre for awards. It is not one area. It is not one lane. It is not just country. And it is about giving back to the community and putting music back into the people, the kids, the community. And so there's not an area, whether it's foster kids, underserved areas that need music back, concert tickets, maybe for some kids or someone who just can't afford to go there. These awards will celebrate and honor multiple artists from different backgrounds, different lanes, all genres. So stay tuned for that too. America's Music Awards through the foundation. So with Women in Music will have its own category as well. So with this awards lane that we've been offered through the tribe and the different people, we are like, yes, we will definitely be happy to pick that up. We will definitely work with that and get the artists in there, the independent artists who are looking for a home. And it's not just a home. We have, like, for the blues, for instance, Henry Turner Jr. out of Louisiana.
Right.
You can't, it's like, okay, you have to stop there and go look them up if you don't know them. And then the Cutting Edge Music just reached out to Two Step Tribe, and we'll be speaking on a panel there actually about how to function in a community through a foundation of giving back to artists, and how to function as an artist on a shoestring budget in a digital era, and then collaborate and then give back to your community. So as we're speaking on that panel, all of these things have been thrown at me, and I'm like, hang on just 1 second, because I am actually doing Women in Music. It's just that someone's getting married and we need to let them go get married.
Yes, well, yeah,
So I'm like,
I did get married. Yes, yes,
No,
and
that's a
we
great thing.
did it. We put it all together. I mean, it was beautiful, Hank. And the boys went outside and they set up all the chairs, and they did so much work. Yes. So yeah, it was stressful, but it was a beautiful stress.
Yes, it is. And so I told them, I said, just wait, like, think about maybe after July 4th or something, and we'll get Emily, and we could do this two ways, Emily. We can grab their tracks ongoing, even if they're not available, get their songs so they're on the radio and we can showcase their music, or you can grab them with you and get in the studio and they can come in with us. So that's completely
I
up
think
to you.
I think both of them are really great. I think one week this is the way we can do it, and the other one, because sometimes
Okay.
people can't stop. But like I had a great honor of the very first woman that I showcased in January 2025 was a lady named Barbara Sim, and she's a former Marine, and she travels
Hmm.
around in a van. And I know
Yeah.
she's one of the people that I definitely want. I mean, like, her music's great, her stories are great, the way she presents herself is amazing. And I know her because Scotty Fraser said, "Hey, we've got this great girl," and I was like, "Perfect, she's my first showcase."
Oh,
And so
nice.
yeah, so that's the first thing that I thought of. And then and there's another really amazing songwriter here in Texas, Paige Lewis. I love Paige Lewis.
Okay.
Like, Hank's crazy about her
Uh,
music. You know what I mean?
okay.
Which is, I just love that. And there's
Yeah.
so many different people. And then there's people that totally inspire me. Like,
Hmm.
I think I've told you before. I love Sarah McGinnis. Do you see my face? You
Yeah.
see my face? Like, I
Yeah.
love her music. And what
Uh,
she's building in Ireland is just amazing to get that
yes.
other view of something. I just love how strong women will work to get that done. Hey now. Hey,
Look at
how you
that.
been?
Yes. Guess who that is?
I know who that is. That's on. How
You,
you
she
doing?
definitely knows who that is. We are introducing women in music into our station through Emily Perkins, and Uncle Rhino popped in, who is Two Step Tribe. I've heard Two Step so much tonight. I'm like, yes, it's Two Step Tribe. Yes, it's the Two Step Foundation. We've mentioned America's Music Awards, Uncle Rhino. We got into a little bit of that, and we're going to start showcasing a feature of women in music. And if the women can't show up, we're going to grab their music. And Emily and I are going to get in here and fill the radio time up with our Women in Music series. How do you like that one?
Well, I really love it. For me, as an old road hammer, there, and Emily knows what I'm about to say so well. You have the cliche of the chick singer that's kind of like a cliche in music, and the real badass road warrior goddesses that are just as much the backbone and the innovators. That's something else. And
Yes.
and I know Emily to the bone on the artist side of things, and so for me, I know how this is going to be represented. I know how it's going to be powering forward, and the warrior queens who have made our music better, the ones who have created the soundtrack to our motivation memories, not the ones that were manufactured and cookie cut and rolled back off of the assembly line, but the ones that were like the Bonnie Raitt's of my generation. The ones who were like the Emmylou Harrises, the Dolly Partons, the people who came out, the Whitney Houstons. They came out and they carved out a spot, and they made a lane for other women, and that's what you two are doing. You're doing it for everyone closer to the ground for them to be able to find the light, find their way. And you're beautiful. Y'all know how I feel about both of y'all off camera, but I'm proud to say how proud I am of you publicly any chance I get.
Thank you.
we love that. And so I was being begged, but I was like, I was gonna let Emily tell me, because I have Blue, Au revoir, and Circle, and Lost to grab in here for Emily, because we're using Emily's music as the first round in here as Women in Music. And so showcasing Emily and showing her off, because her vocal ability and what she does is amazing. Um, I mean, she lit up when she said Sarah McGinnis, literally, like her
Oh
whole thing.
God, I love her
Ah.
so much. The
But
way
you,
the kids go, like, I love it in the face. Yeah,
yeah,
like, she's
that.
Some of
brilliant.
my
Like,
some of my favorite co-writers were like Victoria Shaw, who wrote The River for Garth Brooks. I would say Sharon Vaughn, who wrote My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys for Willie Nelson.
yeah,
Uh, I would say Leanne Womack, who's had her
yeah,
Grammy. These were my favorite co-writers, my female co-writers that made me better. Jess Leary, who wrote This Kiss for Faith Hill, and all these were my regular go-to inspiration. They were my fire, they were my conscience, they were my heart. And I collaborated with them because they always made me better. There was always that long line of the cute girls, when these fall underneath the chick singer vibe, my
Yeah.
favorite joke forever song. Emily will appreciate this a lot. Harlan Howard was my old co-writing buddy, and
Mhm.
he had like over 1,000 cuts. He was just a monster. He wrote from Patsy Cline to Hootie and the Blowfish. Well, the chick singer cliche would come up and go, they just want a selfie with him, and they didn't know who he was. He just got respect from people, so they'd want a picture with him, and they'd go, Mr. Harlan, what all have you written? And he'd take a smoke of his menthol cigarette, and he'd go, you know, the Star Spangled Banner and Amazing Grace. And they'd say, oh my gosh, you wrote that, Mr. Harlan? He said, nope, sugar, but I wrote everything else. You know, that was his bit. Yeah. And,
Love that.
yeah, and he'd do that, you know, and that was, then you got the real badasses, man, like Bonnie Raitt, who's just incredible, who's just,
Yeah.
and just, and Lucinda Williams and you know, incredible artists like that, going back, you know, from Janis Joplin, Beaumont, Texas. I mean, there's so much fire, and I love that y'all are celebrating it. I love you're celebrating both modern. The one thing I would like, and I would make a request as a music lover, is I would love for you guys to be able to go back, reach into the past while everybody's trying to find the new road. Periodically reach into the past and resurrect
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
resurrect these queens, bring them
Yeah.
up and hold them up, because we stand on their shoulders. Now, even me, I've got an Audi instead of an innie, but I'm still standing on their shoulders too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a show on Two Step Tribe if we didn't have something that was cracking us up for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta do me, gotta do me. I gotta do my thing. I gotta say the clickbait. I gotta say one thing that's gonna go. Is that going on a bumper sticker or a T-shirt? Yes.
I'd say a t-shirt. I think it would do really well on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Yesterday's was even chicken tastes like chicken. So that's how that was gonna roll. Yesterday's.
Oh my goodness. So here tonight on Two Step Tribe Women in Music with Emily Perkins. Emily will be coming in featuring different artists, music. At times we'll resurrect some music that we need to pull in on the station. Very easy to pull in and recognize our women out there doing such a powerful job. Tonight we have Emily to showcase our women in music to kick it off. And in here, Emily, you know, I'm letting you drive. So it's your music. You tell me where you want to drive them.
Well, I know that I've got a request for Circle, but I'd like to save that one.
Okay.
I'd like to save it. And I'd love to do Au revoir, mon amour. Like, I just think that is the coolest song. It's very cheeky. It makes me grin. And I love the fact that I wrote it. I wrote a cheeky little tune, you know? It's like,
yeah. I love it. Here we go.
I enjoy
Shout
it.
the name out again. The title of the song is
It's Au revoir, mon amour. And I love the fact that one of the producers, it's this man and a woman, but one of them is Caitlin Gray. Caitlin Gray and Neil Harvey did it, but Caitlin Gray, she's singing with me in the Gold Dust Woman that we did together, and that was, ain't she cool? See that video?
Cool.
That video was fun.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I
have
love
to send me
it. So, yeah.
that file too. Gold Dust. We've got to get that file in here in the station for sure. All I need you to do, you know how to do that. You know how to get it to me so that we have it in here in the station. So here is the song. Emily, I love to do this. Perkins is with us tonight, Women in Music. And here it is. Check it out with Emily Perkins.
Where I long to be, beside you, to guide you, but still I know that I am not she. And you're so cruel when you're so kind, but you're a fool to act so blind. I'm a curse, then let's be dry. Left if I'm a curse, now I leave you behind. Oh, I wanna more. Oh, I wanna more. I can't hear your lies anymore. Oh, I wanna more. Don't come knocking around my door. Don't come knocking around my door. Oh, I wanna more. To happy with love was where I long to be. But I know now that I'll find me somewhere in between. Still, you're so cruel when you're so kind. But you're a fool, so I leave you behind. Oh, I wanna more. Oh, I wanna more.
Mute button.
Is that what it is?
It's a mute button.
Yes. Yeah, I'm talking to the station, and in the station coming in to hit the song for Au revoir, cut the ending off of it, literally. And I'm like, that's the best part. You can't cut that part.
Yeah,
So,
because I
au
get to
revoir.
say, I heard she left your ass at the altar. I love that line.
There you go. She's doing it live. Look.
Get it,
There you
because
go.
like that's like the coolest line in there.
If we're
Yes.
gonna be we're getting to that party of it, the party part of it, where we're just cutting. I'm putting my beads on. What happens next? You need to send the kids to bed. But if we're just gonna be cutting songs out, we're gonna start this one like a county road. No warning, just cut through the hay meadow. We're going to another one right there. Mm-hmm.
No, that's actually not what happened. But I do want to do a shout out for April N. Smith because it is Women in Music tonight. And that is actually what happened. So April N. Smith has beautiful music out there. And we will get her music back in featured. But we have Au revoir, which is a beautiful one. Emily, do that again. That last part that I was sitting there waiting
I
for.
heard she left your ass at the altar.
Yeah, that's just.
Yes.
Where's Hank? Where is Hank?
That
I'm gonna tell
beautiful.
Hank right now. Hank, that was hot. Did you hear that, Hank? You need to pay attention, Hank. That was hot. That was hot.
You're saying my man Rhino, and what is up, Ninja Cowboy? As we're doing Women in Music, Emily, I'm going to your next song. Nobody touch anything. Nobody's allowed to touch anything except me. Nobody touch any buttons. I got all the buttons. I'm going to let you direct again. So you know what I have in here. I'm going to let you direct it. Which song next?
I do know that Chief requested Circle, so I love it. Yeah,
Yes. The good news is that Emily is such a great vocalist. She sat here and finished that last line of the song live. So you got to check that one out by going and actually listening or seeing Two Step Tribe literally on YouTube. And you actually have the live version there at the end. That is her voice. What a beautiful voice, Emily. You literally, like, the showcase of your voice is beautiful. So
Emily can sing the Yellow Pages.
yeah. She can sing all the pages.
Mm-hmm.
She can sing all the pages. So if we're gonna have tech issues, we'll just get the live version.
The live version.
Yeah, we'll get the live version. That's what we do around here. So Emily, we're gonna grab one of your songs. Nobody's allowed to touch buttons. So on Women in Music. and you want to do circle because we have someone on the team back there that wants to hear circle. And we will definitely do that because I love all of your music, literally. So as we keep going in here for women in music, we have Emily Perkins joining us tonight, who will be featuring all of our women in music. We have UncleRyano, who popped in, Two Step Tribe, the founder literally of Two Step Tribe, our partner over here in everything that we're doing in music as well.
I'm just a little acorn on your tree, Mama. Just a little acorn on your tree.
Well, we love this. So just hang on there, Chief. We've got you here. But Emily, if you were going to go to Lost or Blue, which one would you go to?
I lost her.
Lost, yes. So that's also an Emily Perkins song. And then it is another one that actually we have on another channel. We're being highly requested for that one. So I'm going to play that one for Emily. Emily, do you have anything to say about that song?
I lost her. Yeah. I wrote it. I lost a really good friend of mine, and I lost them after my children's father had passed away about 2 years afterwards. And I couldn't grieve. And she was such a very important person in my life and music. I'm a big Elton John fan, and we met through a fan magazine, and she's about 3 years younger than me. And she lived in Louisville, Kentucky, and I lived here. She was Jewish, Baptist, it was just this other different kind of thing. And we came together through the love of music, through Elton John's music. And when she passed away, it was sudden, it was really tragic. And I just couldn't mourn. And I was angry that I couldn't mourn. And years later in 2021, when I wrote a lot of music, I wrote her song. But I knew when I was writing it that I wasn't writing it just for her. It was my message to her, but it is absolutely a message to anyone who's ever lost a woman in their life that meant everything to them. So that's why I wrote it the way that I did. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of that song.
I love it. So here we are. We're going to play the song, and it's Emily Perkins again. So when you're going to look her up right now, it's Emily Glazener. If you're over there on IG, I see y'all over there shouting it out for women in music. And I am giving you a shout out too. I see the names and I'm watching. Here it is. This is with Emily Perkins.
That's me.
I lost her. She doesn't live here anymore. I lost her. She's gone away, she's out the door. You know that I needed to tell her all the things that I wanted to say. I lost her, and the smile she used to wear, you know, she was clever. Lord, she was daring. She would carry the weight of the world, and you could never see. and I will remember every line on your face. Oh, that you know it. Oh, the things that I wanted to say.
Now that is beautiful. I mean, everything that's in that song and everything you wanted to say, like, and I mean, there's not much more I can say about it because everything is in that song. So you can feel, I felt that move through me literally. Uncle Reiner, you're quiet. That scares me.
That's iconic.
Yes.
And I'm thinking about how incredibly proud. I don't think energy is created or destroyed. I don't know where we go, but I don't believe that we're necessarily cut off from one another. I don't know the answers, never will claim to, and I'm suspicious of everyone that says they got it. But I would say that if she can see us, she's so proud of you. And I think what you did is incredible. So I can't think of a better work of love.
It is, right? It is to me. Actually, an interesting. Do you remember I had talked to you, Emily? So it's Emily Perkins on live right now, Two Step Tribe Comedy. We are live on radio, broadcasting. We're all over with our channels. Do you have a Heart influence? Heart, the band. They're wanting to know.
Oh, I
Have
love
you-
Heart. And I had a very good friend of mine who's a singer-songwriter. He contacted me. He was like, okay, I got to let you know, that guitar was just like Nancy Wilson. I'm not
Yeah.
playing it. I'm not playing that guitar. That solo. And for him to say, oh my God, you know how I feel about Heart, Emily. I was like, yeah. Of course I
How'd he
love
do?
Heart.
How'd he do, Emily? How'd he say?
He went, oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did. And it was that was such a nice thing. And then I contacted the guy who was playing the guitar. It's Neil Harvey, and I let him know, like, you got a huge compliment from a very good guitar player himself. And for me, I'm a big, like I said before, I'm a big Elton John fan. So yes, I love Heart, and I love Fleetwood Mac, and I love women-based music in that sense, and singers that I would listen to would be like Dusty Springfield, and things like that, to get that other kind of sound that you don't get all the time. Like, I know my voice is different. I know if I want to sound, if I want to sing deep or want to sing high, and I can do those things. And in that song, I got to do this more straightforward, soft but strong kind of voice, and I really like that because that's how I felt. Getting out of that numbness, being able to say, you know what, I didn't mourn the way I wanted to because I couldn't, like, my emotions wouldn't let me. So when I got a chance to write a song, I did. And I love the fact that I think somebody can hear it and be like, that's my mom, or that's my grandmother, or that's my friend, that's my cousin, that's my neighbor, that's my child. I'm very proud of that song.
I think it's a beautiful song. I love the song too. They're saying that Ron, who signed them, also signed Heart. They're telling us that the person that signed them, so shout out to Ninja Cowboy, is stating that
That's very cool.
Yeah, the individual Ron actually signed Heart too. So he's listening to your music and saying it definitely they said Heart-esque. So Heart-esque.
That's cool, because I get requests all the times, like, can you sing Barracuda? I was like, first of all, do you even know what that song's about? Second of all, yeah, but it's gonna take me a minute. That's one of the things that Hank was saying. He was like, he was playing a song and he goes, and by the way, so and so. He's like, wait, I'm pulling in Emily right now. When he was gonna tell me who actually wrote the song, because that is me, I'd be like, really? Did you know that so and so wrote that song and it was on this album? This person produced. That's the stuff that I love. But yeah, that's really awesome, and that's such a huge. I mean, those are two very, very strong women, and who had to deal with a whole lot of mess for a very long time. And I've seen them live. I'm very proud. I went to I saw Joan Jett and Heart same show. I think it was 2019 in Cynthia Woods Pavilion. So yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah. Yes, I thought it was an interesting tip there. That do you think that people really know what that song is about? You said that out loud in here, and I saw your face on UncleRyano, and that is actually a very good piece to bring up. Do you really think that people know what it's about, Emily?
No, I think they
No?
honestly think it's about fish.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's not about fish.
It's a hell of a beat, man. But when you listen to lyrics, like
Yeah.
after writing or being in it, and you're going from a place of, wait a minute, you need to know what the song's about. And so,
Yeah. I love lyrics. I love lyrics when they're esoteric and when they're straightforward, and sometimes when they're esoteric, as in that song.
yeah.
You learn so much more, and you learn how to decipher a code. You know, like I'm a huge, like I said, Elton John. If I'm a fan of Elton John, truly, I'm a fan of Bernie Taupin. Bernie Taupin is an amazing singer songwriter, and I love that there are songs that I'll listen to and go, ooh, okay, I guess wonder what he's saying here. Or like I said, but with heart, same thing. Actually, I'm going to pull a whole Emily thing, right? Bernie Taupin wrote these dreams, and when you hear it, you can you're like, yep, absolutely, he wrote that song. He wrote the lyrics to that song because they're so beautiful, but they're so esoteric, and they're all this, and you're like, yeah, that's great. I love that. I'm such a big fan of music that means something, or music that has a message, and sometimes whether it's hidden or whether it's there, you know.
Yes.
And sometimes, even though it means one thing, you may take something else completely out of it, and it helps you discover something else about yourself.
I do agree with
What are you
everything
laughing
of that. I do.
What are you laughing about? I see you back there. What are you laughing about?
Uncle Ray.
I'm going through all the songs that are esoteric in my head that people have no idea what the real meaning is.
Yeah.
And I've got a longer list. It's continuing to grow while I'm sitting here saying this statement.
Do you want to give an example in case they may not understand, Emily?
Oh, Emily.
Both of
Oh.
you, like, give an example. Synapse throws out a big message out here about women being creatives and being sure to follow always. They're documenting a journey of female singer-songwriters on their tour. So shout out, UncleRyano is close to, I know the individuals there. I am not, I'm saying UncleRyano is. But Emily, if you want to give the definition, UncleRyano, I can see your smile.
I've got one that's close to my heart, very, very close to my heart, right? So I just did that cover of Gold Dust Woman. Right?
Yeah.
It's not about witch. It's not about, it's actually about a certain substance that became so powerful in her life. It was like a different creature. It was like its own entity,
Yeah.
That's a great example, I think, yeah, there are a few, like there's Cyndi Lauper's She Bop. I won't tell you what that's about, but it sure ain't about what you think it's about. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah,
it's like I never thought of the song title "Electric Slide." I never put it under the esoteric before, but now I can. It ain't about a dance.
That's a fact, actually.
Yeah.
The electric slide literally is, oh Lord.
Mhm.
I know who explained that in great detail.
Emily said,
Well, when you've had someone explain it like in great detail to you, you're like, you will never forget that song actually has a different meaning.
Yeah.
Or like here's a great one that everybody sings so wonderful, like Afternoon Delight, Sky Rockets and Flight, Afternoon. And you got little kids singing that song.
They happy. That's why they got here. Yeah.
That's how they are here.
Yeah.
You arrived in the world. Afternoon Delight.
Yeah, if it'd been a dog day afternoon, little Bobby would have never showed up. I'm just saying. Or a three dog night. Yeah.
We're
No.
talking about women in music, and it started because they heard your voice live, and everybody went, "Wait a minute, she sounds like this." Do you want to show off your voice at all? Like I would like Gold Dust. Are you able to pull any of that out of you, or no?
Be like, rock on, gold dust woman. Take yourself a spoon, dig your grave. Did she make you cry, make you break down, shatter your illusions of love? And is it over now? And do you know how? Pick up them pieces and go home. There you go.
Ta-da. That's women in music right there. This is why Emily Perkins is showcasing women in music, and you've been doing that. And I'm like, hats off, but I'm not taking off my hat. I'm saying that I love you and I love your music. And I'm letting Emily's driving us tonight. So Emily, you know what I have in here. You tell me when you want me to play Circle, but I have the other two. So Circle and Blue. It is up to Emily. You want to let
Blue.
Chief have it?
Yeah, let's let him have it.
All right.
Yeah.
This is a song called Circle, and this is with Emily Perkins. And again, when you're going to look up Emily's music right now, you'll see Emily Glazener. Emily Glazener, and she's working on getting that all switched out to Emily Perkins. We want to make sure you know where the music is so you can find Emily. And again, on the official Two-Step Tribe playlist that we keep updated, that Two-Step Tribe playlist, UncleRyano's got that up to date. And Miss Emily Perkins and all of her music, you can find that on the official Two-Step Tribe playlist on Spotify. It is constantly rotating throughout our stations as well. So you can easily find her music also by going to her platform. But I would like for you to go to Spotify. This is how you support your artists nowadays. Go in there, get a hold of this whole playlist that's there for you. Move it, listen to it, take it, click. You have to move it. That's my whole, listen. If you're just going to hear it for a little bit and you stop, it doesn't do much for an artist nowadays in the digital era. And our women in music, if we really want to make a movement, we got to move things into place. So we're going to ask you to go in there, go into Spotify and support your artists and take care of them just like you would if you're at a show, and do something to make sure that they know that you love their music and you support it. Here is the song Circle by Emily Perkins, coming out of Two-Step Tribe.
She was lying in bed, and he was watching the clock tick as the drip ran down. He knew she would say goodbye, but she held on to the fight just to see their love again. Then she whispered so softly as she closed her eyes, "You've got to cross that bridge, you got to run the last mile, you've got to wear your smile like it's armor, baby. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta wear your smile." He was walking down the road, and he was on his way to nowhere. He thought he'd never get there, so much darkness inside. He was walking down the path, and he was looking for some shelter, recalling all those words she said as she died. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta run the last mile, you gotta wear your smile like it's armor, baby. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta wear your smile. 'Cause life is like a circle, watch we go round. Hope it's such a wonderful thing. You were lost, now you're found. Life is like a circle, watch as we go around. Hope it's such a that she treasured. She was standing at the edge, cause she wanted to fly. He was calling out her name, and he was rushing to the railing, grabbed her so tight and said, there's hope inside. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta run the last mile, you gotta wear your smile like his armor, baby. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta wear your smile. She was standing in the hallway, she was watching that first step. She caught him as he stumbled, his cane by his side. She whispered in his ear, see, that is just the first step, so don't you give up, I know there is hope inside. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta run the last mile, you gotta wear your smile like it's armor, baby. You gotta cross that bridge, you gotta wear your smile, won't you wear your smile? Life is like a circle, watch we go around. Hope it's such a wonderful thing, you were lost, now you're found. Life is like a circle, watch we go around. Hope it's such a wonderful thing, you were lost, now you're found. And now you're found. As we go around, now you're found. So baby, you're found. As we go around, now you're found. Yeah, baby, you're found. As we go around, as we go around, you gotta cross that bridge, you gotta wear your smile.
Wear your smile. I love that right there. Wear your smile. Wear your smile. Emily, I love that song. And so, yes, Synapse has sent us a message. And first, I'd like to hear more about, if you'd like to say something about Circle or you too, Uncle Rhino, because it is relating back to the previous topic and wanting us to know something. So they actually have a point. But Circle, that song is so beautiful. I just love it, Emily. And again, like I just put on the other channel for everybody, if you're going to look it up, it's Emily Glazener. But again, you can go find the official Two-Step Tribe playlist. It's very easy to find. Even if you go to our website, it's right there. The radio station is playing. You can find everything all at twosteptribe.com. That's the number 2, twosteptribe.com. Emily and Uncle Rhino are here. We're doing Women in Music with Emily Perkins. She'll be featuring women or women's music here on the station. Now, we got a message in here, and they actually are correct. They are touched. They said, there's a few that are not what you think. I've got a big one. And they said, Uncle Rhino, Dancing in the Moonlight. Yeah, yes, you know what they're talking about. Okay. All right. I mean, I do. It's Andrew. So I'm letting you know it is, you know who it is, Synapse in our public comments over here. So I know which song that is. It's one of those is Uncle Rhino's, and the other one is a pretty big song out there, actually. So yes, I agree with you, Synapse. So nice to see you. They do a lot of women in music, and so we're all about supporting that. That song, it was Circle by Emily Glazener. Again, it is Perkins now. Emily Perkins. You've already got everything updated too. So as I'm over,
like I did day of, like I was so proud, and like
Yeah.
I've been.
you did.
Like,
We all proud, girl. We all proud. Yeah, I got me a new nephew. It was like a twofer. It was a win for a win. I love it.
Yeah, he's amazing. And my children are really happy. I'm really happy. But and that song, Circle, it's a big part of my life now. You know,
Mhm.
because I've come from here all the way back here, but in a different way, and you build it and you're stronger in the end. But my idea for that song was a woman passed away, and her last words to her children and to her husband are, you've got to wear your smile like it's armor. You've got to be able to stand up tall and walk through life. And in my idea of that song, every person that they meet who's having that moment in their life, they pass that on, and then that person passes it on, and the other person passes it on. And I love that idea of paying it forward. So in my head, that's a beautiful pay it forward.
Yeah.
But I took people that I knew and experiences that I had, or that I knew other people had, or that I had listened to in interviews, and I took all of that and I put it into the song, because it is so important to rally around other people, but also just to know to yourself that next day is coming, and you're going to wake up and you're going to get stronger and you're going to move through this. And it's hard, but you do get through it. And I know it personally.
It's beautiful. Emily, we're being asked they're saying, as a perfect professional artist, do you have any advice for women that are getting started?
Yes, I would say play as much as you can. Play everywhere that you can. And I mean that you need at least 100 shows to be truly comfortable. And a show is just like, it's open mic. Go play the open mic. Go play all those things. I say play as much as you can and play live, because you can play at home in your room all you want, and you sound absolutely amazing. It is so different when you get in front of somebody else. And here's something that people will not tell you. You will be more nervous in front of people that you know than people that you don't know. You won't think that, but you'll know that they'll be able to tell you exactly what they think. So yeah, you're going to be so just know that going in. Also, what I said to you before, play more than one genre. Even if you're a country artist or a blues artist or a rock artist, play more than one genre. Because if you only play a certain amount of country, those are only the chords that you're going to know how to play. But if you throw jazz in there, then you're going to know something else. And your value as a musician goes up, and your brain, you're going to learn more. You're going to take in more. You're going to be able to hear, oh, that's sneaky, which what the Beatles called like that augmented set, oh, that's sneaky. Oh, I heard it just now. And also, and I didn't do this. And if you know music, learn the Nashville system. I'm having to go back and learn it as a grown person, and it's not easy to do. So like Hank can be somewhere and he'd be like, that's 4 going around the 2. Like, what are you doing?
1, 4, 5, flat 7.
Yes, and then he can go and he can play like anything, and it's because his father took the time to teach him the Nashville system. So that's another thing that I would say, because then you can stand alone. Then you can hear music and play what you hear, and practice. I don't like to practice that much because I got all these other things going on in life, but I know I need to do it more. Practice is good. And you get an idea to write a song, write the song, and if you don't like it, don't throw it away, because other people may get something out of it. Because we're our biggest critic. We're so mean to ourselves. And I think as women, we do it even more than we should. But my big thing is the best advice I would give anybody, especially any woman coming up, please play more than one genre. Because if you pigeonhole yourself, that's where you'll be for the rest of your life. I know that I can play anything because I love all music, and I have played all different kinds of music for as long as I can remember.
I love it. I love it. And now they're like, what in the hell is the Nashville system? I'm like, oh, that's a whole show. I mean, Emily, how are you I will ask you this much so that we can give them a little bit. How are you actually learning? Is Hank helping you with that, or what are you doing?
Hank's helping me with it. And it's like, it's a slower process. And I had another friend send me a chart, and I know that it's numbers. And because I didn't learn that way, I wish that I had. If I could go back, I would tell Kevin Hardin, who taught me how to play the guitar. I had to learn a little bit. My dad taught me a little bit, and then I went into these lessons, and I learned piano chords on a guitar. So I was truly blessed. I would be like, if I could go back to my 14-year-old self, I'd be like, Mr. Hardin, please teach me the Nashville system. But at the time, I was like, no, I got these chords, I got it. No, 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 no. I should have done it. It's like it's this it's numbers that represent chords, and they could be in any key, and you'll know those chords. That you can hear a song, and you can hear the pattern that it's going to go into, and you'll be able to write music well, and you'll be able to play something after just listening to it, because he can. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's teaching me. I don't have too much learned, but he is teaching me because it's
I
important.
love this.
For
Ironically,
her, for what she's saying, for those who are listening that aren't familiar, just think, okay, you've got three chords. You'll have the basics, 1, 4, 5. Okay, those are the basic chords. In the key of E, that means E is 1, 4 is A, B is 5. Okay, the song, the chord progression does not change. It's still 1, 4, 5. Now move it to the key of D, delta. Okay, 1 is D. Okay, then G is 4 and 5 is A. 1, 4, 5 doesn't change. So once you realize that's the same for every key, C, F, G, B, all, it doesn't matter. Then you take that basic structure. Then you get, once you start getting wild into diminished, augmented, fifths, sevenths, all that. That's, we're getting off into other animals. But that number system never changes. So to Hank's point, to her point, it's a language. And once you learn the language, all you've got to find out is where we start. Once you learn out where we start, you got the road already. Where do we start? You got the road already. So kudos for you for learning it, because it was pretty innovative and it's genius.
Yes, yes, and he, like I said, we go down the road, and he'll like, well, yep, that's here. He's going to 5. He's going back to 1. Going, yeah, and I'm like, okay, and that's where we started there. And he's like, he's very adamant that I learn it, so that I'm slowly. It's different to relearn something, but then that's another thing. I think, keep learning. If something's hard to do or hard to play, do it.
yeah.
Learn those jazz chords, or learn how to play another instrument. That's another thing. Like, one of the cool things, like, I love listening to biographies, and Paul McCartney wasn't always a piano player. He was, in Hamburg, and his guitar broke. There were no more strings. There was like an out of tune piano there. So he's like, he remembered something, so he went right back into it. It was a necessity. It was learn more. When Cyndi
Mhm.
Lauper, when she first made it, one of my favorite stories is how she went to the music store that she passed by every day, just longing to play more instruments. And she bought about 7 instruments, one of them being a dulcimer. How many people play that? But I remember watching her, I believe it was uh, um, storytellers, where she sat down in storytellers and with the dulcimer that she had bought. And so you're like, yes, keep moving, keep learning, keep playing other things. I learned
That's
how
a
to play the
goal.
ukulele when I would during the shutdown, because it was something else to do. So yeah.
Definitely, definitely, for sure. Hey, shout out to you too, Joey. Yep, definitely. Jimmy can't get over the fact that you are like Ann Wilson from Heart. So he's he is stuck on it. That is a great individual there. Great energy, great everything. Ninja
Beautiful.
Cowboy. We'll be bringing him back as we're right here live right now. Two Step Tribe Women in Music with Emily Perkins here tonight, wrapping up our feature tonight for Women in Music. I wanted to see if any of you had something to say with that, and then we'll keep bringing it forward and paying it forward, literally
Yes.
through the tribe, definitely. And so, as we close up on Two Step Tribe here, I wanted to circle back to you, Uncle Rhino, circle back to you, Emily, and shout it out to them that we will be bringing it back and not just have me speaking.
Well, these
Well,
fine
I'm
ladies got it in spades. I just popped in tonight to hang out and try to bring some looks to this motley party. So I brought all the beautiful I could bring tonight. That was it. But, but no, I'm super proud of you, both of you. Both of you know it. I've told you both individually, but publicly, I'm just, as I watch both of you grow into what you're doing, I'm just, you're awesome. Both of you, you're awesome as people and is what you fight and you battle and you overcome and you keep shining. So I just wanted thank you, Tracy, for inviting me to pop in tonight. I wasn't gonna, I was just gonna watch, but I had to get in. I stayed out, but I wanted to get in just because I'm proud of y'all and I'm proud to stand next to y'all with whatever it is y'all choose to push off into. Women in music.
You
Boom.
got it.
Thank
Women
you.
yeah, right. And Emily has one more song in here. And so, Emily, you want to give us a bit on that? And that way we can close on your song.
Yes, absolutely. It's Blue. It is a song that I wrote for my children, and it just happens to be my husband's favorite.
Aw. How about that? I love
She
that.
she had to turn around and put the googly eyes on him just then. Did you see that?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went walking.
Yeah.
He was
yeah. And
like, "Hi."
Yeah.
that's the Latin word for it is googly eyes. That's what she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she put them on him.
Well, Two Step Tribe, the number Two Step Tribe, you'd have to go to YouTube to check out all the googly eyes, literally, as you're tuning in to Two Step Tribe. This is the song Blue by Emily Perkins. We want you to check this out. Here it rolls. And again, it's on the official Two Step Tribe playlist. If you check that out on Spotify with Two Step Tribe. Here's Blue. Emily, this is the favorite. Here it is.
Won't you smile again for me? The letter is in the mailbox, and the kids are playing in the street, and I can hear the radio from the car next door. But I am lost now in your dream. Blue. Won't you smile again for me? And I've been waiting for your next line, and I've been calling you in my sleep. I've been thinking I should let go, but your smile, it carries me. Blue. Won't you smile? won't you smile again for me? When I lay down at night, I know that laughter brings meaning to life. And if we stare out into the ocean or the sky, we see blue. 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 And your smile, it carried me. And your smile, it carried me.
I love this here on Two Step Tribe. That is Emily Perkins, Emily Glazener. If you're looking for the music on Two Step Tribe, the official Spotify playlist, you can find that out there with Two Step Tribe. You can also just go to the website, Two Step Tribe, the number 2, twosteptribe.com, and you'll find the playlist and all the information out there. Emily's music is loaded up, ready to go. Emily, I wanted you to speak out for everybody here with Women in Music on the station before we close out.
I just want to say, like, I'm really excited to be here and showcase women, and like I do here, and like I have the showcase, I have a live showcase, and I think, you know, more women need to just get out there and share your story, share your souls, share what makes that fire in you, and if it's through music, do it often, do it more. Just get out there and don't worry about what people are going to think or say. Just go and do it, because we need it. And we need the youngins. Like, I'm going to be 45, right? And I'm very excited about it. But we need the youngins coming up to do this. You know, we need younger women to get on those platforms and to use your head and your talent and your soul and tell your story, because your story is going to lift somebody else up.
Yes, she said it well. By the way, UncleRyano, I have to tell you that it is Emily's birthday coming up. So happy birthday to you, Emily, Miss Emily Perkins.
Thank you so much.
You and UncleRyano share some stuff in common there. He just had his birthday, literally.
Yes.
So,
yes. Cancer.
Yeah.
I've had cancer.
Yeah. I've been called worse. Yeah.
It's a cancer too, so like it all works out.
Oh, there you go. You have it. We're going to close up on Two Step Tribe. Keep tuning in to Two Step Tribe with Women in Music, Two Step Tribe, all of our shows. It is so grateful to see you, Emily Perkins, in the house tonight. She is on fire, bringing women in music to Two Step Tribe. Keep watching out for what we've got coming. We're going to close up and say thank you to you. Have a great time checking out what's going on, Emily. Always great. We'll be back with Women in Music for more on Two Step Tribe.
This has been a Patriots Inside the Wire production. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Two Step Tribe, where you, the viewer, are always the rock star of this show. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share. We cannot do this without you. Your uncle says so, and you are loved and appreciated. Sergeant Two Step, sign us out. Let's load up and roll.